Today we have Anne-Sophie, the founder of Anso Atelier, aka that marketing girl from Montreal who's everywhere and anywhere. So welcome.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here with
Welcome
you guys.
to Sona Says.
Thank
so,
you.
This is a podcast where we really talk about everything beyond beauty. So we're so happy to have you.
So happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Do you want to introduce yourself just a little before we get into all the good stuff?
Yeah, so my name is Anne-Sophie. I'm 26 years old from Montreal, and I founded Anso Atelier, which is a marketing agency 5 years ago in Montreal. And
Wow. So you're 26.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you founded the agency when you were 21.
21, yeah.
Wow. Okay, we're going to get into
Congrats.
that.
Thank you.
That's an accomplishment. Okay, we're off to a good start.
Yeah. So we're going to get into a few rapid fire questions. Obviously, you already answered where you're from. So what shaped you most growing up?
So I think I've always been like a very social and like bossy a little bit as a kid. And I remember I would ask my mom when I was like 8 years old to send me to different summer camps like every summer just so I could work on like my social skills, make new friends. Yeah. So for example, my mom would always sit us down also at night and before going to bed and give us hypothetical problems and how we would come up with solutions. So example, like in the playground, someone takes your toy, how would you react? And I feel like that really helped me to where I am now with being super solution oriented as I'm dealing with just problems constantly. And then I think I've also been exposed to a lot of like museum, cultural travels with my dad, which I think helped my like creative taste and eye before I even knew it.
Okay.
I love that.
Yeah, that's actually really
I love
cute.
like a smart kid. Like that's so fun.
Well, I think that the parents like play a huge role in like like forming who you are today. And like sometimes we talk about like extracurriculars and like that's why a lot of kids, well, a lot of adults these days are so involved in so many things, and that's because of it started off when you were young.
Yeah,
it started
exactly.
off in your childhood.
And I think I've never been like the good student with the good grades, like not at all.
No?
But I've always been involved in like all the curriculum activity, like president of like all the school things and being involved in everything at school.
I love that.
Yeah, I love an interested kid.
Yeah.
There's some kids who just like don't care and they just want to like play on their iPad. But, I love that.
I'm not nonchalant. The opposite.
But that was
very chalant.
The iPad kid era was not a part of our era. It wasn't a part of our generation.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well, kind of.
Ish.
We
I had
had
like I would
iPads
be
in high
like
school.
sometimes I liked my computer, my like at home desktop. I'm not much older than you.
I didn't have iPads in school.
Oh, we did. We had
Where
iPads.
did you study?
PSNM.
Okay,
You?
and then afterwards?
I went to LaSalle College.
Okay.
And then I started university, but I went for like a few months while I was starting my business, and then I stopped thinking and telling my parents like, oh, I'm gonna come back, I'm just giving this a try, and then here we are. I never went back. Yeah.
Good for
Okay,
you.
well, congratulations. It like
Thank
worked
you.
out.
Yeah, it worked out.
And you're happy?
Yeah, I'm so happy.
Do you ever feel like, oh, maybe I should have finished school? Like, is there
Not
ever
at
a
all.
thought? No?
Oh my God. Opposite. And I
Whoa.
think I've always been working for a really long time. So even if I was really young at 21, when I started, I still had a lot of experience. So I was at Lamar Collection, which is a clothing company. I'm actually going there for a fitting like right after this. I was there for 3+ years before doing like a lot of their marketing, like social media campaigns, e-com, touching on really everything. So I've learned a lot there, and I was always working a lot while being in school. Everything I was learning in school was really not applicable into my work, mostly in marketing. And even now when hiring, I actually don't really look at school. I look a lot more into like portfolios, accomplishments, and all that over school. So yeah, I think
It's untraditional.
yeah,
And
in
I
our
feel like-
industry, like it changes so fast. You have to be so on top of it that actually I would. Maybe I'm gonna go back eventually more for like management, but marketing, no.
Did you struggle? Like, I feel like even like for me, like I'm a young entrepreneur too, and it's like you have to prove yourself. Like it is annoying that like you're so young starting something, you really have to prove yourself. Do you find that like when you started your business that kind of made things more difficult, or did that like fuel your passion?
No, so I was actually for a while I was lying about my age.
Really?
To my clients because I was like 21 working with like pretty big brands, traveling for them. And now we do a lot more like social media and in-house, but back then I would travel a lot for photo shoots or to showrooms and all those things. So if they knew my age, it'd be like, why am I trusting you with this $30,000 project? Like you have to manage your budget. So I was actually lying about my age for a while, or not lying.
How old would you say you were? Like if they asked?
I mean, I think people would assume I was like 27, 28.
Okay.
Okay.
So I would just like not say I wasn't. I wasn't lying. I think, I wasn't lying about my age, but I wasn't saying, like, I wasn't correcting them about my age.
I mean, to be fair, it worked for you. And honestly, I do think that, like, in business in general, you kind of lose some sort of credibility when you say that you're young.
Yeah, 100%.
Because young means that
I've lied about my age. I was on a panel, and I was, like, at the Concordia panel, the recent one, and it was, like, I was definitely the youngest one on the stage, and they're I don't know how it came up, where I was, like, saying, like, how I was young, blah, 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 and it was naturally, as I was speaking, I was saying my age, and I said I'm 28, but I'm actually 27. Not that makes a difference
sometimes you're like, why would I lie about this?
I'm like, wait, what?
Why?
Catching yourself in a lie mid-conversation.
And then you're like, why did I just
And now talking about it on a podcast a week later.
She's actually 27, guys. She's not 28. She lied to all of you.
But I always remember one time I was working with one of my big clients, which is actually like a big fashion brand, and would travel all the time for, showroom or to go to retailers or photo shoots. And then we were actually going to Dubai for a campaign. So they were booking my flights and everything. So they asked me for my passport. And I was like, uh-oh. And at this point, we had been working together for, I don't know, like 6 to 8 months. They never asked my age, but I guess they guessed. And then, like, right away, I get a phone call. What the fuck? You're 21 years old? And I was like, haha. And then they're like, what? Next thing you're going to tell us you still live with your parents?
You're
I was like, yeah, actually I do. And they're like, what? But I had already, like, proven myself, like, so it was okay. And now I feel like that's really, like, it doesn't make a difference my age because now I've proven myself.
Now you're, like, established.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, your agency is established. But, okay, that's crazy. I mean, that's fun.
I mean, I love that for you guys. I love that for all of us. I feel like we're all around the same age.
Yeah.
How old are you?
25.
Okay.
Yeah, you're 99. I'm 2000. You're
98.
You're like 30.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So you did not go to university, but when you were there for a bit, what were you studying?
I was doing like a certificate in marketing because I still wanted to be able to work full time. Right. So I wanted to find a way to to be able to do school on nights and weekends. But I was still working at Lamarck. I didn't have my company at the time.
Okay.
But I didn't really last long.
That's awesome. Yeah. And everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It like pushed you to work harder.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you didn't want to go back to school.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it is.
Well, I could have went back. I wasn't opposed to it, but I was like, let me give it a try. And I give really my 100% in everything that I do. So then I tried. It worked well. And there was absolutely no reason for me to go back to school. Yeah, it would have. It was either I do my business 100% or I'm in school. You can't do both. Yeah.
And what are some non-negotiables in your routine?
So I've been working a lot on like regulating my nervous system, like mostly in the new years, because I think I'm someone like I have a million ideas, like a million projects, a million emails, like so many people to talk to. And I'm so like my personality is so like go, 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 go. And I find like I really take the best decision and I move so much more forward in my life when I'm more intentional with everything that I do. So now like some habits I've incorporated. Well, first of all, I work out like minimum 4 times a week, but that's always been like that. Then, which is something that people find it's like wild considering my job is I don't have social media on my phone, on my personal phone. And then lastly is that I meditate every morning. So I have my Atch alarm and as it wakes me up, the second alarm is a meditation. So I start my day like very intentionally. Sometimes I don't even open my phone until I'm at the office. So I'm very like clear when I come into work and focused, and I have so many decisions to take, so I can be a lot more intentional with everything that I do.
I love that.
Yeah, I love that too.
I want the Hatch so bad.
Yeah. It's really good.
I should get one.
Yeah, but my word of the so I do a lot of reflection, and I always set a word for my year that I should like dictate everything, and I do this every year. And this year, but it's like a lot of work. I do this over like 3 days of self-reflection, everything. And this year, my word was intention. So in everything that I do, so that's why I've incorporated all these things also, and it's been a game changer. I already see such a big difference in my business because I think your personal growth is directly associated to your business growth.
Of course.
Yeah.
And if you're not doing well or you've reached a point where you've burnt out, it's going to reflect in all the work that you do and that you deliver to your clients, right?
And even as like a manager, like I have a pretty big team now, like it definitely affects the way I show up.
Of course.
How many are you now?
We're 15.
Wow.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
Big team.
Yeah.
More than the fingers on your hands.
It's funny because my word last year was fun, which is like the opposite because I felt like I had too much fun. I take it very seriously. But it's like I felt like after a lot of reflection, I wasn't having fun in my life anymore. And my life is so serious, and like my work is my whole identity since I was so young.
Okay.
So So it just changes. It's interesting.
Yeah, that
Very
is.
interesting.
For me, I think it wouldn't be a word, but it would just be being able to say no.
Yeah.
Like I've never said no before, and this
Or
year
maybe your word is like priority.
as
Like
my
knowing
priority.
knowing how to prioritize, and
Yeah.
that goes with saying no.
Yes, I just think it's like pivoting, like what, priorities,
Yeah, I think understanding like and being intentional with
but
your
just like
priorities. And then,
prioritizing myself.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most important thing I think for me this year. Yeah. What about you?
I honestly, I'm gonna copy both of you. It's like a mix of like intention and priorities, and like, yeah, just like intentional decisions.
Yeah.
And not like rushing into stuff or like saying yes because you have a business to grow. Yeah, I'll do it. You know, like, because sometimes it doesn't like pay off in the long run,
that's
and
true.
it
I
actually
agree.
sets you back.
I agree.
Yeah. Huh.
And what's one thing you'd say that people assume about you that's wrong?
I think that people think I'm like super serious. I mean, I have a serious business, but I think I'm not really a serious person at all, like my personality. And that's the one thing I get like, oh, I didn't think you were like that. Yeah.
I love that. I've noticed that as well.
Oh, cool.
High energy.
Yeah.
Oh, very high energy. Yeah.
Because there's like your like persona online that's like very business oriented.
Yeah.
It's like Anso atelier, like you are that person.
Yeah.
And then like obviously it's like different from like when you're not
Yeah.
on.
But it's very like I think it's so important to be the way that you are for relationship building.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's basically all it is.
That's
in
true.
your business.
Yeah.
Right? You're meeting people every day. You're trying to grow your client base.
Exactly.
Relationship building.
Yeah.
And it's so true also what you said, like the business is so polished and elevated, and it's like I try to represent that, but usually on a regular, like I'm really not high maintenance. Like I'm not that person really, like as my core, but so it's interesting also that. Yeah.
Okay, so let's get right into that. So obviously on your plate, you have Anso Atelier, your agency. You have Staffroom, which you're going to tell us about.
Yeah.
And also your personal brand
Yeah.
online, right? So why don't you tell us like when everything was built? Like when you started, we know about Anso Atelier, but tell us about your social presence, your personal social presence, as well as Staffroom.
Yeah, so I can walk you through the three in case maybe someone doesn't know what the agency is. So Anne-Sophie is a marketing agency based in Montreal. Our office is in Saint Henry, but we have clients all across North America. We focus on different services like social media, graphic design, art direction, and events. And in-house, we do everything in-house. So we don't work with any third parties, no outsourcing. So we have a team of like creators, designers, art directors, content strategists, the whole thing. And we focus mostly in CPG brands. So clients, we have like Poppy, Estee Lauder, we have Royal right here. We have Deciem, we have Four Seasons, Hilton, like a bunch of clients like this, Pepsi, Montelier, a lot of CPG brands. And I think our USP right now is really bridging the gap between, I guess, strategy. So everything we do always has like a purpose, brings in numbers, and also everything is very elevated and aesthetic. So we can, make it sexy while also giving the results. And I'm also expanding our services a lot more into bringing US brands and doing their Canadian expansion, which is what we've done for Poppy, for example, and what we're going to be focusing on more this year.
That's great.
And then
So my personal brand is very simple. I've just been posting since I started the agency. So I've just shown, I think, not all the behind the scenes, but I've just shown the growth and the evolution. And when I started the agency 5 years ago, it was very different, like marketing, social media. Like now a lot of people do that, but back then it really wasn't. So I think it was like a bit innovative back then. And then I started, like our first office was in a cafe. We were 2 people. Then we moved into a condo. You came to the condo. And then now we're into our office space. We're currently expanding our office. So, I'm bringing people with all the steps of building business. And that's about my personal brand. But I did stop kind of posting this year, but I'm slowly trying to get back into it. And then Staffroom basically came about. So as building the agency, we've been also posting so many behind the scene, like as the agency itself, with the team, with our BTS of our projects, of our clients, of our office, like outside of my personal brand, like as the agency's behind the scene. And as the agency grew and matured, I realized that I don't think that, this was bringing me a lot of positives by doing that, like showing all the BTS of the company. I think it was also a lot of time, lots of effort, and I think it was all actually like impacting your image in a negative way. So, but we still had a big community, so I decided to make a shift and to still speak to that community, create content, but switch it more and more, become like a media company where we could do events, eventually like podcasts, and become a reference in the marketing world. So yeah, it was more of a switch and a shift with our community and our content.
And then your personal brand, you kind of put that on pause for a bit. Is there a reason?
Yeah. So basically this year was like a more of a challenging year. And I think what I also mentioned this before, I think my whole life, like my identity was my work, and it was like everything that I would do. And my personal, it would take so much time to do all my videos. And then I got to a point this year where I was a bit of a burnout, and I was really like fed up and also tired that this was my whole identity. Like outside of work, I was basically like, I didn't have anything. Oops, sorry. So honestly, just something had to give. And I wanted to have my weekend back and travel and meet people and bring back that side of myself. So mostly that, it was just a timing thing that I would usually do all my content on the weekend. And I didn't have time anymore. So that was the thing that had to give. But now I just hired a creator to help me with my content. So now I'm trying like one video a week to go back into it because I love doing it. It was just had to prioritize.
Of course, prioritize. And bring back a bit of fun too, though. Now.
Exactly. Yeah.
From last year.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
Okay. And
now
so
it's a good balance, I'd say, like in between the two.
Yeah. I love Staffroom talks. Great.
Thank you.
Same.
Thank you.
I love it.
And why? Like the behind the scenes, you said it was like sometimes like would bring negative. Is that because like when you are showing like more of the struggle, not just struggles, but like the problems, there's always problems. That's running a business. Like, but like from like an outside person, like they may see it and be like, oof.
No, I think it's more like giving too much people like a window into my business was also really like a lot of judgment. So if there's less people in the team, new people, that's a bad look for like your turnover rate. Let's say you post a funny video or prank, but we have super serious clients that are waiting on work from us, and then we're posting this. It's like, what image are you bringing? And then I was like, a lot of people from the outside were always, it looks so fun. Like you guys are just having fun all day, but the content was just like a 1%. And then I felt like it wasn't giving the right image. And even like it wasn't actually bringing us any client doing that type of content. It would bring us potential employees, but actually people that were very junior. And now that we're hiring more senior people with a lot of experience, they would tell me actually it's a turn off for me. Like I don't want to be in the video.
They don't want to be pranked.
I have 10-year corporate experience. So I think it's just like a natural a natural evolution. I think it was just a natural evolution of the company and like reflecting of where we want to go, and it just didn't make sense anymore.
Yeah, that's so
Super
true.
fair.
Because there's like a lot of these CPG brands are like very like founder based, like office storytelling, all that, but what is posted is like the 1%, like you said, and it's just like not a real depiction of like, hey, what's actually going on. So like, what's the point? And it's so time consuming.
But I think what's the point is also a good thing. Like, yes, we had so much reach and views, and like people knew about us, for example, but is it bringing me money? Is it bringing me clients? No, it's taking up so much time and effort. We're also not selling a product. So except like becoming like more popular, it truly wasn't bringing us anything else. So, but I still love their community, and we had built something so great. And so we just had to make a shift into Staffroom.
Yeah.
It's a smart shift.
Yeah.
Because now you're also attracting so many other like businesses.
Yeah.
Not just like viewers
or marketers or just anyone. You're giving them insight. It's very smart.
Like I love your page because I always get like the pop culture moment trends and whatnot.
And our clients love it.
On there.
And our clients even now, like for example, I have a new client and it's a pretty big brand and they love the Staffroom, and they even added in our contract that we have to post on Staffroom the behind the scene of building their event.
Amazing.
So like so it also brings like a plus value for some clients that want the association, or like almost like we have a lot of reach on the page. So
it's more intentional as well.
Yeah. So it's like a good association. So it's a plus for clients.
So, no, that's great. And then with Anso atelier, like when did you realize that this could actually be a business?
So I didn't start the agency with like, okay, I'm with a business plan and I'm starting an agency. It actually kind of started organically. So I was, as I told you, like I was working at Lamarck for a few years, and I was also helping out people around me all the time. Like I was volunteering at La Jeune Chambre des Commerces, doing events. I organized the wedding. I was, asking friends around me, what can I do? How can I help you? I started, even if a friend that's a real estate agent, I would do their social. And then slowly I built like my network and just had a lot of experience. And I put everything on a website, but just kind of to me, as a consultant, maybe I can help some people here and there with their social media. media. And I think it was, a right timing. There was really a big gap in the market that I noticed. Like there was nothing to fulfill the need of like social media marketing. So it was really at a good time. So honestly, I just started having a lot of demand around me, which I didn't even plan. And then from there, I had so much demand, I had to hire and hire. And it started like this. Like I had a lot of clients before even having a company or a name. It was just me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And you were doing it all yourself. And then
Yes.
you said your first office was at a coffee shop.
Yeah.
Your first team member, I guess?
Yeah, so it was at Crew Cafe, so you can rent out the space, and it's like a co-working space.
Yeah.
So I had that for maybe a year and a half or 2 years, and at the end we were like 6 people from the co-working space, and we moved on to working from a condo. So we had like different room, but it was very like homey and personal, and you had the bathroom right there and the living room, so it was really a condo.
Was it someone's condo, or you rented a condo for the business?
No, it was someone's condo that I was renting. Yeah, no, it was in my condo, like it was an office.
It was okay.
But it like the rooms we turned into offices.
That's smart.
Yeah, there's no like bed in the...
No, there's no bed,
There's
but
no
it was
bed in
still,
your
but it's still a
It's
condo.
a condo.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a condo space.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's smart.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do at the beginning.
For sure. And what kind of client is like an immediate turnoff to you?
I think the industry is small, so whenever I hear someone has a really bad reputation and I decide regardless to work with them, I always have a bad experience. So I think I have a pretty good like gut instinct. So sometimes I just feel like it's not going to be a match, and I decide not to go with it. And little things also, I think people that over negotiate right away, it's like they don't understand the value of our work, and it's always going to be like this. They're always going to ask for extra things for free. So I try to go away from that. And then I don't really work anymore with like smaller, like I don't work at all anymore with founder brand, that's only like one founder or a small team, because the dynamic is very different. And I think we're now working with bigger companies. It's a lot easier too.
Do you feel like because these smaller brands are so much more hands-on, so they try to take so much more control on like their brand image versus...
Yeah, I think a mix of that. Also like a lack of experience, never worked with agency, hard to understand the value of our work. I think a small budget. I think a mix of everything. Yeah.
Various reasons as an agency. There's so much to look out for.
Like most of our clients have an in-house marketing team that we work with. Like we would never work with a brand that we would necessarily work with the founder directly anymore.
Yeah, there's also like the time that you need from the client, that like dedicated time, that like only marketing.
Yeah,
Exactly. Smart.
What is one thing you think brands are doing wrong?
So I think a big thing that I see online is every company trying to jump on trends just for virality and views, and people not understanding that virality doesn't necessarily bring you much. Like you might have, a lot of people seeing your content and it sounds like a great number, but this actually doesn't bring you a great community, an engaged community, sell your products. So for example, for some of our clients, we'll have a video go viral versus one that has, 10,000 views, but a lot of likes, a lot of saves, a lot of comments, and this second video brought in so much more sales than the viral video. So I think people maybe focus on the wrong KPI or metrics and try to jump on trends that don't apply to their own businesses, and it decrease their brand image. And yeah,
it's a good point.
I love saves. I love seeing saves on our posts.
Saves or shares.
That's shares everything. And saves are my fave. What's your
I look
fave?
that over views for sure.
For sure. Views don't mean much anymore. Like the algorithm kind of takes over a video, and sometimes we'll push it, or sometimes you'll get no views at all.
Yeah.
But so much engagement.
And your community is so important, and the virality that you get from a video, sometimes it might help your community, but if you're just jumping on a random trend that has nothing to do with your business, not only does it decrease your brand image, but you're getting people that you don't care about having them in your following. Or,
in terms of campaigns, though, do you think that what's more important, the casting or the set? Like the having the perfect model, brand align, maybe has some clout, rather than having a really nice set
model, for sure.
Model.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
I agree with that. What about you? What do you think?
I think so too.
Yeah, for sure.
It's all about the model.
Because now your model, you could do BTS content, you could do interviews. So now we have, let's say we were doing a big campaign shoot in New York, and we made sure that our model, the client wants to go with the celebrity model, so we made sure that they have to send casting tape of them also talking on camera, so we can see if they're engaging, if they work with the brand, and we could do videos of her even outside walking, but just the brand association is so much stronger than the set. Yeah. But set could be super cool also, if you have an amazing creative idea and you want to create some kind of a skit that could go viral, and then the models didn't matter also, but I think if I had to pick, I would go with model. Yeah.
For sure. And now you said you're 15 on the team.
Yeah.
So like, what's your hiring process like, and like, what gives you the ick in someone, like when you see them and you're like, maybe not?
So right now the hiring process is I'll usually post, on LinkedIn, all these apps, my Instagram, website. People usually come from my network, the people I end up hiring. And I also do a lot of reaching out. So there's a lot of people that are in my team because I messaged them and I reached out to them. So I do a lot of that. Then we'll always have like a quick 15-minute phone call just to align. From there, if we're fit, we talk about everything like salary, start date, what they're looking for, what I'm looking for, just to see if we're a match. Because often we'll be like, oh, this isn't for me, or we don't fit. And if we have a good, if we vibe, if we have I sense they're a good personality. From there, depending on the role, I'll make them do an exercise that they send back to me so I can see how it looks like. And I do that for every position. So right now we're hiring for both a content creator and a operation manager. So it's completely different exercise that they have to send back. From there, so let's say the first initial call, maybe I call 10 people. After that, maybe we're down to like 7. After the exercise, that tells me a lot. Usually we're down to 2 or 3. And then I do in-person interviews. And then it goes from there. Yeah.
Okay. And then what gives you the ick when hiring someone?
What gives me the ick? Okay, I think...
What doesn't pass the vibe check?
Yeah.
There's so many things. I'm trying to think because I had, let's say, a lot of interviews yesterday. I think someone that doesn't ask any questions. But yesterday they were great. People came and they had all the questions ready. It just shows that you care, that you want to know more, see if it's a good fit. A lot of people never have questions, or their only questions are about salaries or benefit, which also definitely valid question, but it should be other things than that. So that's one thing. If you don't have any question for me about the role, about the company,
nonchalant.
You want someone who's eager.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. And just cares and wants to learn. That's one. I think when people write to me and they use a lot of ChatGPT in their application, like it frustrates me so much. Like I hate reading from a robot. It's so long to read it. It's like all the words, I see them, I know what they are. It's so obvious.
You see the dashes.
Yeah, the dashes, but even the specific words. Like I know what words comes from ChatGPT. Like it's also in my industry, like it's the same words. I see it from a mile away, and it really frustrates me to read that. If anything, I'd almost rather a typo now than and someone that's
so
written
true.
with
I would much rather like a sentence that like doesn't make sense than ChatGPT.
And it's like I can tell like it's all the same. It's like beautifully crafted, like all the words I know what they are, and also the way the sentences are structured. Like I know when it's chat, and I'm like, this is a creative role. You should be able to at least like write your email. Of course, get it like corrected by. I use AI so much, but just to correct my text and make it a bit better. But that's like I don't even I can see, I can just open the email. As I look at the email, I see right away it's ChatGPT. I don't answer.
Yeah. That's so funny.
Yeah.
And are you all girls in the office?
We were, but now we have like 2 guys.
Okay. Yeah. And how do they feel? Are they in office? Is everyone in office?
One guy, everyone is in office, but one of the guy that I work with, he's our accountant, so he's starting to come in part-time. But I think it's good. It's a nice change. Yeah.
Because before it was all girls. What
all
was
girls.
that
We've
like?
always been all girls.
What's the dynamic?
Yeah, I think everyone assumed that it's very dramatic, but it's really not. We all get along very well. It's very collaborative. We are in an open space every single day, all of us next to each other. So we have to have like a really good work environment, very supportive of each other, and every department works with a different department, like helps out different departments as well. But, as soon as someone comes in and it's just not a fit in terms of personality or attitude, the whole office vibe changes. Like, and sometimes you can't pinpoint that it's this person, but
you have to wait till the cycles sync.
No, but it's just like, it's crazy. Like you can tell people are more, and sometimes you can't pinpoint like, oh, it's this. No, you can, but it's like the whole vibe changes. People are like short with each other. That there's an attitude like right away. So we have to keep our good mojo going. So if someone like comes in and it doesn't fit, I have to let go of them like really quickly, because what we have is very like our culture is so important, and we work so closely together, and that's also like the magic of our work. So
it's tricky.
Not an option.
Would you call yourself like a boutique agency?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, obviously the environment does matter.
I think we're a boutique agency, but my goal is to stay boutique. I don't want to ever have like hundreds of employees, because the quality of our work is so important. But I think the goal is to kind of bridge the gap between executing at the level of a big agency, but giving the amount of like care and commitment that a boutique agency would give.
That.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's your operations manager.
Yeah.
Basic, like, you have to operate like it's all about that.
Well, operation manager, it's more for because basically I kind of became the operation manager because I don't have anybody. So I've been doing all my accounting myself, like payroll, HR, admin, legal. Yeah. It's all me. And now we have a lot of clients, like invoicing, literally everything.
Wow, that's
so
a lot.
Yeah, a lot of clients. We have a lot of team members. So, and I've realized it's taking 80% of my time now. And in order to grow the business, I think I can't just hire to grow the business. I need to hire to buy back my time so I can focus on what moves the needles. So that person would come in and do all that, which is what I'm hiring someone today. I found my person. Okay. So yeah, that person would handle now all of that. And I also hired an accountant. So now all these tasks are
your life is going to change.
Yeah, I should be focusing on the creative and business development. That's what I'm good at. Me doing payroll or accounting, I'm not good at that, but I'm really happy that I did it because now I know everything about it, and it's I'm so on it. But now I can bring someone else that has the knowledge and experience to build those processes, so we can have the right structure in place for us to be able to scale and grow. Because even if like tomorrow morning we have, let's say, 5 huge clients that come in, I need to hire 10 new people, I would never have the structure in place. But we're like at that turning point, I feel, from like a scrappy, a bit more startup to more established and having everything in place. So we're in that like transition.
A huge weight is going to lift from your shoulders.
Yeah.
That's amazing though, because then you'll be able to get more clients. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
And name us one brand right now that you think is doing everything right.
So I'm really into hospitality brands right now. So like a few that I love to follow, like the Ritz is doing a good job. Lulu restaurants I love. The Corner Store. And I find you can really see a shift from super UGC relatable iPhone content to going back to more high production videos, like almost like ads, but really made for social. So with a lot of storytelling or skits. And I love that. And I'm working on that with one of my clients too. So yeah, that's what I love to watch.
I like the Corner Store.
Yeah, like the restaurant in New York.
In New York.
Is that the one and only restaurant?
Yeah, I think so.
That's the only one. I like what they're doing. But Lulu's too, by the way. They're doing great.
I love them.
Yeah. Wait, which?
No, Lulu's restaurant?
Yeah, are they your client?
No, I wish.
Which Lulu's restaurant?
Like the takeout pasta.
No. I'm talking about Lulu, like in Paris.
Okay, but Lulu, wait, sorry, maybe I'm just hungry right now. But Lulu pasta is actually good too.
On Instagram?
No, they're doing a great job.
No, I'm talking about Lulu restaurant in like Paris and Saint-Tropez. Yeah.
No, Anne-Sophie, I was confused. I was like, wait, that's not really brand aligned.
Wait, no. Wait.
Not the takeout pasta.
No, the Lulu's takeout pasta is great.
No, it does.
Have you seen what they're doing online? Do you know it?
No, I know it. Yeah.
Anyways.
Oh my god.
Sorry guys, it's
their
early.
pasta's so great.
Yeah. I'm hungry too right now. The
Lulu.
pistachio
I'm so
pesto. Okay, we're gonna run you through these, okay?
Okay.
Do you feel like success changed the way that people treat you?
No, I don't think so. I just think that some people hold you to a higher standard, and then also posting so much of my life online, and Montreal is so small, so I think people form a lot of opinion or are very quick to judge whenever you do a mistake or things like that. So I would say that, but in general, no.
Do you feel like the growth of your business has affected your relationships and friendships?
No, not at all. No, I think I have so many great friends, and all my friends are my closest long-term friends. So yeah, no.
Good.
And I wouldn't say I'm so successful either that it would change anything.
No, but I think at the end of the day,
it's more
with
that
your priorities, you have less time for some people that may not bring any value into your life.
Yeah, I am very selective with my relationships and my energy. If anything, whether love or a friend's relationship drains any of my energy or is not simple, I just can't do it because I have so much problems to deal with already, and my energy needs to be focused that my relationship have to be simple.
For sure. Yeah. And how do you balance everything? From relationships to your business?
Well, I think that's why I kind of took a step back from the personal brand stuff. I had to cut somewhere to have that balance. I don't think I really had the balance before, but now I think I'm in a really good space. Also, we restructured the team. Now I have different heads of department. So there's only 3 people reporting to me. Everything is a lot more structured. So it's a lot more manageable.
And do you feel like you have time for yourself?
Yeah.
Outside of work?
Yeah. I think so, but I love my work so much that it doesn't feel like work. Even if when I have to work on the weekends, it doesn't. I love it.
What do you do for fun?
I honestly I work out a lot. I hang out with my friends. I go out, go for dinners, the easy.
Nice.
Yeah, I read
You're
also a lot, and I travel. Yeah, travel. Yeah.
Nice.
And do you ever get hate comments?
I have a lot about my voice. Like, people hate my voice, like old smoker, annoying voice is like one thing that I get. Like, people hate my voice. Other than that, I wouldn't say it's like a hate comment, but a comment I get a lot, and I think it's because of my age, and we have a big office. It's like, oh, for sure, like, she's lying, or like, this is her parent funded the whole thing. I even have like, there's this Reddit page saying that, and it's not true. Like, I haven't gotten like $1 from anybody, so I think that. But I would say the hate comment, I think people just don't know.
Yeah.
But I would say that
honestly,
one.
That's kind of a flex to have a Reddit page talking about how you funded your business.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, she looks so rich. I'm like, oh, okay, good.
We love that.
Yeah, okay, mission accomplished.
You're like, I'll roll with that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Since your rebrand, since your style changed.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's funny.
And okay, we're gonna get into some questions that the girlies want to know. So, what's your current relationship status?
I'm in a relationship.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you keep it private?
No, it's just pretty recent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's been like a few months, but I'm really happy.
Congrats.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so on top of having her business, she's in a relationship.
Yeah.
Do you think that ambition makes dating harder?
No, but I think, as I mentioned, I just have to be more selective and really can be in anything that drains any of my energy. Mm-hmm. And I think in the past, I was in the mindset of whoever I was dating when it was more of like a release for me. Like, I would come home, I don't want to think about work. Like, I just want to not think about this and just have fun. Versus in my current relationship, it's a lot different. He's a lot smarter than me. Like, he's very successful. Like, he's super ambitious. Like, he's obsessed with work as much as I am. So it's really nice. I didn't think like I needed that, but having kind of a partner and everything, and I can rely on him, and he's helping me so much with my business, and it's been a game changer.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's so great.
Yeah.
And do you feel like when you were like dating or going on dates, did you ever like downplay your success to like get on a guy's
really.
Level that wasn't like you were never in that situation?
No, I think I've always dated confident guys. For some reason, I've also never dated guys that were really successful, or not that. Okay, that's really wait, cut that.
No, that's kind of funny.
But leave that, because it's just I mean, maybe not as like ambitious or driven, and I like that I could just be goofy and not think about it, you know, and just have fun, and it was perfect. So it was never a problem. And sometimes I wouldn't even talk about work that much with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
You're able to make you could separate the
two.
two.
But I think I needed that back then. But I think now that I'm maturing, like, work is such an important part of me. So I don't see it as like separate. I need it to be, you know, in all aspects of my life. So I am looking for that, like, in my relationship. Yeah.
And do you want to tell us like one of a bad dating experience you've had?
Oh my God.
Have you had a lot of dating experiences?
Yeah. I don't know any bad ones.
Has anything bad ever happened to you?
Yeah, so I don't know how appropriate I guess. I remember like in the fall, I did go on a date with a guy who was like mansplaining me everything, and he started like explaining me how to invest my money in Bitcoin.
No.
And like the guy was like unemployed, and I was like, and it was so long.
Was he like a day trader?
No,
he was a Bitcoin trader apparently.
He was just like, this is how you should run your business, and it was like so long and painful for me to listen to that.
So does Anso atelier take Bitcoin?
I was like, what are you talking about? Like, leave me alone.
I would be like, sorry, I gotta go home and feed my cat. I don't have a cat.
Yeah, I had a lot of bad dates, but that's like the most recent one that I was like crazy. On the date. I even like on the side like took a picture to send my friend because he was showing me how to invest in Bitcoin, but he doesn't know how to.
That's like the TikTok.
No, that's literally I sent her a TikTok this morning, and it was like a dating horror story. The girl shows up to the restaurant, and he has his laptop open with a spreadsheet, and he's like rating her.
He's it was like a success metric for their date.
He goes, so your rate is a 6.7, and sometimes he'd whisper under his breath like, could do better in that department. Anyways, reminded me of that.
No, I have like infinite, but I just feel like it would be mean for me to say that.
Okay, that was a good. That was
a good
enough.
One.
Yeah. Okay, good. It's good enough. Yeah, because the other ones I find are like unacceptable.
It's okay. It could be a little bit unacceptable on here.
Yeah. It's
okay,
too long.
but boys, don't talk about Bitcoin.
Yeah, please.
Ever.
But it like it like interests me. But it was just the context of it. Like he was explaining that, and I was like, do you even know what you're
but
talking
also time
about?
and place, babe. We're on a date.
I can't get behind that at all.
But he was like showing me everything from his phone on how, you know, like it was so intense for like 2 hours.
That's
I think.
Nuts. No, you sat there for 2 hours.
I was just like, he's a nice guy. Like, I think he's just trying to help.
You're like, he's cute.
Yeah, but like, geez.
You learned something, I guess.
Yeah.
You're like, never again.
No, I really didn't. That's the worst part, is he didn't know what he was talking about. So I was like, yeah, right.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay, well, enough about boys. What's one thing you would never cheap out on?
I think my workout classes, like I could work out at home or just go for a run, but it's so important for me to be like present in a space doing my workout like multiple times a week. And I go between like 5 different gyms, so I always have different things.
So what's your rundown? Give it to us.
I do, so Monday and now Tuesday morning or Wednesday night, I do Vic Park strength and conditioning for weightlifting with Connor. Then I do 1 or 2 yoga classes a week. So I go to Fira Yoga or Idolem. And then sometimes, like once every 2 weeks, I'll do like a hot bar at B52, like I went yesterday. And I also sometimes like add in like a Pilates class. Like I've started going to Pilatco or all of the other studios I mentioned. But I try to have like all different things. And then now I run, so I try to run like once a week.
That's fun.
Good.
Yeah.
Running is good for your mental.
Yeah.
I want to go for a run today.
Yeah, it's so nice out.
I
know. Yeah, it's so nice.
Okay,
and what's one thing that you would cheap out on?
So it's funny, but I would say beauty. Like for me, like drugstore, like I would never spend hundreds of dollars on a beauty product. Like I never spend thousands of dollars at Sephora. It's just not my thing. Like drugstore works. I have products from Sephora, but drugstore works great for me. It was never a priority. I do spend a lot on my skincare because I have a lot of skin issues, but I think like spending thousands at Sephora, I would never.
Okay, well you're at the right place.
You're talking to the right
I know
person.
it sounds like it's an ad, but it's really like, and I keep the same product for so long. Like it's just not my priority.
We didn't pay Anso for this.
Okay, well, we'll stock you up on some.
Yeah, noted.
Those are your new faves.
I'm like happy to hear this. I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
Okay, and you said that you were like dealing with some bad stress back then, and now you're doing a bunch of things to be able to manage your stress. But what is one toxic behavior that you have when you're stressed?
I think I'm in my brain, I always need to be like so structured and organized. And now, and when I get stressed, everything is so foggy and I can't really get anything done. I can be a little like short tempered and I'm just like I have to do this. So I really need to like sit down, write down everything, organize my thoughts. So that's the main thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like we're all.
Sounds about right.
We're all the same.
Yeah.
We were like talking about this.
I'm like, I get mean.
I get mean too.
Yeah. And I could be like, okay,
Snappy.
do this now, that.
I have to remind myself
Bossy.
that like I'm not saving lives either.
Yeah. But I do tell, like, that's something I tell my team sometimes because they get, I don't get really stressed. Like, I'm pretty lucky. Like, I'm not a stressed and anxious person to start with. So when people in the team get stressed or anxious, I'm the one telling them that. I'm like, we're not saving life. What's the worst that could happen? You know, what's the worst? We're going to be late by one day. I'll call the client. I'll explain the situation. People are usually understanding. If anything, we'll work later that night. Like, it's okay. Like, it's never, there's always a solution to everything. You know, there's no reason to be all stressed up about it.
People are dying, Kim.
Yeah.
Your death row meal?
It would be animalerie from Saint-Hubert.
Animalerie, are those the little nuggets?
That's like the one that comes in your
that's
car?
like my comfort meal. Like I eat that
With the gravy?
Like minimum once a month. Yeah.
Where is there a Saint-Hubert?
I haven't had a
order
Saint-Hubert
online.
in
What?
so long.
I
know
what?
I have. It's just been so long.
But like,
Kinda
where
down.
is there a Saint-Hubert?
Everywhere. There's
But
one
like
on
me and my
Côte
like
d'Ivoire.
minimum.
They deliver.
Yeah, but like minimum
In their
once a month I
Saint-Hubert?
order. Yeah, or like go and. Or we like every time we're on the road going to cottages, we go. Like we go all the time. It's really like my comfort food. Like it's been my favorite meal since I'm like a kid.
Yeah, that reminds me of my childhood as well.
Yeah.
Very Québécois of us.
Yeah, very Québécois.
I love that.
The most Québécois answer possible.
Exactly.
Animalerie specifically.
Yeah, but now they have one for adults, so I need to try that.
What is it? Just like a bigger portion?
I think so.
Adults.
Yeah, because they don't give me the animalerie like in person because it's for kids. I can only order it.
Oh, really?
Anyways, that's
They don't serve it.
Lying about your age again?
Yeah.
I swear I'm 12.
Can I order off the kids menu? Your fave song right now?
Favorite song? I was listening to "Sweet Lady" by Dylan Gossett in the car. It's like a country like your face. It's a country song, like super random, but I loved it. Yeah.
Okay.
Or the TikTok song "We Don't Care" by Akon. Did you guys listen to that one? It's like everyone on TikTok.
It's all the thirst. No, it's not thirst traps. It's the.
I don't know, but it's like I love this one.
I know
yeah,
it.
listen to it.
Okay.
It's good
Akon's having a
vibes.
comeback.
Yeah.
I love Akon, and he's coming to Montreal.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? When?
Not sure, but he's coming to
I
Montreal.
want to go.
Well,
Yeah, that would be so fun.
Yeah.
You guys should go.
Yeah.
It was my first CD. Was Akon.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. My cousin gave me it for like Christmas or something, and I think I was like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Really?
That's a good first CD.
Yeah.
It's a bit inappropriate.
It was super inappropriate.
Makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah.
As to why she turned into this. Joking.
Okay, let's do Montreal speed round to wrap this up. Okay, so favorite Montreal restaurant?
Liverpool.
That's a
was
good
easy.
one.
That was
Wow.
a good
Easy.
one.
Yeah, I'll answer. It's my
Best
favorite.
bar.
I don't know. I guess like Bowie.
That's
Okay.
fun.
I don't know. What's your answer?
Best restaurant for me, Liverpool. Joe Beef. Same
Oh,
thing.
that's my most overrated restaurant.
yeah?
I
Me
find.
too.
But it's the
I'm
same.
not
But it's
No,
like
it's
the same
not.
It's
food.
so not the same.
It's not the same
I
food.
love-
It's not the same. Like it's great, but just for what they're known for, I thought it's
You
not
can't
worth the
go
hype.
there every week.
No, you
Whereas
can't.
like Liverpool, my fave is Tuck Shop. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
Love Tuck Shop
Yeah.
too.
Cause and like Liverpool and Tuck Shop are very similar in terms
Yeah.
of like menu. It's like consistent, but it's like you could get something that's clean. You could get something that's not. Like
I love the vibe at Liverpool too. Like the
Yeah.
waiters, it's always like such a
Yeah.
party to go there. It's so
Yeah.
fun. Yeah.
yes.
I like that response. Best bar, Bowie. What about you? What's your favorite
Yeah,
bar?
I'm not like set on it though. I'm not sure.
I don't know. Bar is hard because like I just love different bars. Like I don't know.
I don't really
Don't
go.
ask me this question.
Yeah,
I
it's-
don't know.
She doesn't go out.
Oh, I go out, but I just don't know. Oh, you don't go out.
I do.
No, it's a joke.
Oh.
Yeah, she
No,
goes
I
out.
do.
She's
But
out.
like Bowie's fun. Like they're all.
We don't have that many
Fun.
options.
We
Yeah,
don't
like
have-
I don't know,
I
like
mean,
a secret
I
bar.
went to like Bar Dominion. Is that what
Oh,
it's
I've been
called?
going to Dominion too.
Really?
Is that
recently.
it's St. Henry, right?
No. It's
next to the Sun Life building, downtown, like
is it
on
right off
Dominion
René
Street?
Lévesque.
No, I don't know. I made that up.
It's like a bar that people go to before Habs games.
But it's like
Oh, cool.
it's kind of giving New York,
it is.
Oh, okay. I'll try. next
like
time I go to a
Central
game.
Station, New York.
Okay, cool.
It's a lot of men, cute men.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then your favorite neighborhood in Montreal?
Westmount.
Okay.
Sorry, because that's where I live. Yeah, and I
Yeah.
love it.
It's the best. Okay,
Great.
well that was Anso, Anne-Sophie Goulet, everyone. So let them know where they can find you.
Instagram, TikTok, ANSO Goulet, and on TikTok it's Anso Goulet 1, and then Anso Atelier on Instagram, and then Staffroom Talks, Instagram and TikTok.
Love
There you
it.
have it.
Well,
Thank you.
thank you. Everybody stay tuned for next week's episode.
Thank you for being here.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.